Hello friends. So in this video I want to share with you like how I create like a career development plan for myself, because I have people who reach out to me and ask questions along the lines of like, I am in a certain position, I've been working for uh, a certain number of years, and what should I do, right? So so this video is gonna help you like kind of like answer that question and create a plan for yourself. So right now I am in in a position that is kind of like a lead role. So my current role is basically like a lead database engineer, and my next role is a principal database engineer, right? So also like I've been just learning new stuff. Like I've been doing a lot of Java programming, Spring Boot, that kind of thing. So I am not purely a database engineer, so I could also go for like a software engineer. So the last 3 years has been like, you know, me working on a lot of new stuff actually. So I'm comfortable actually going to like a principal software engineer position. So that's the role that I am actually going for. Okay. So now knowing that this is the role, and you can sort of consider this like a goal. Now what is my plan actually? Okay. So now from where I am, I need to go to this role actually. So I kind of know the skill set that I'm lacking. Okay, I even though I can like work on new languages. I worked on Python recently. That was new to me, and I also worked on Java. That was new to me. So I can pick up new languages. I can code. I can execute. I can basically like finish projects, but also I need to be able to do like system design. So the skill that I am actually kind of lacking is system design. This is like more of like a solution architect role. So I have a certification that I did probably a couple of years ago called AWS Solution Architect, but I've never kind of like used it uh, to its full extent actually, right? So this is the skill that I want to develop, right? So now, of course, like there are other skills that might be needed, but this is kind of like the like the big rock actually. So if I get the skill, then my hunch is actually I'll be able to solve problems for my company, and hopefully that'll help me to grow in my career, right? So that's basically it. So now I am in Q2 of 2023. So there's Q3 and Q4. In Q2, I want to take a couple of more courses, and I want to find a mentor. I also want to, in Q3, I'm going to work with that mentor. That's basically apprenticeship. So what this basically means is like once I have the basics, like I kind of understand the fundamentals, and then I can actually reach out to a mentor and say, you are already in this position, and I actually want to learn the skill set? Can I help you with something? So if you like ask a lot of people, one or two will agree to basically give you something actually to work on. In Q4, I want to basically like start solving problems myself. And that might mean like identifying problems, exploring solutions, and like discussing about the solutions, pros and cons of those solutions with your peers, and then finally putting it together as a document. And then like you need to get a buy-in from your team. Then you take it to your architect team, and then they will actually take a look. And the last questions that are probably it's basically the review process that your company might have. So you do that, and then finally, once it's vetted out thoroughly, then you can basically start implementing your solution, right? So this is the whole process. For example, you are in a some kind of like a developer or a DBA, right? Then and you want to actually move to like a DevOps engineer role, and basically like you will need to do this. So you need to understand like what will be your next step, right? Since this is like a career pivot or a career transition, you need to like gain a lot of skills that kind of go in the they kind of come from the DevOps ecosystem. So the skills that you will need in this case is basically like you need to know about like Jenkins, right? Like basically like a CI/CD, like pipeline, pipeline creation tool software, something like that. So you need to know about Docker. You need to know about Kubernetes, and maybe like tool like Puppet. You need to know Linux. Maybe you can start with some basics like Git, and probably Python, because that's used for automating things, right? So you need to know a little bit of Python. So in this case, actually, it's not just one skill that you need to acquire, since it's like a total role change. So then you can actually like start distributing the learning of these skills over a couple of quarters, which is like 6 months. That's good amount of time to kind of pick up all these things. So Q2 is basically like let's say you learn, I'm just going to copy and paste here. Let's say you learn these things in Q2, and then in Q3 you can learn, so this is 2023, but it can be any year. So in Q3 you can learn maybe Puppet, Linux, and Git, right? Maybe like Python too, right? Because Git and Linux, you might have some idea about these things already. So, and what else? Like, you might have to learn Terraform a little bit as well, and maybe just some cloud fundamentals, right? So you probably need to do some cloud practitioner certification, something like that. So I'm not saying this is the plan, but you can just list the skills and then distribute the skills over maybe 2-3 quarters, and then finally you can do whatever you need to do to switch that role, like like interview preparation and network, job applications. So all these things you can do, right? So basically, like, this helps you to kind of like clearly see how you can how you can make progress, take steps towards the position or the job that you want, actually, right? So yeah, try this out. Actually, like, this is not rocket science, but like, this is something that I do from time to time. And yeah, I hope that this video was useful. Thank you.